Hello, my name is Sandy, and I'm here to give you a workout that you can do at home with no equipment and hopefully involve your kids. I know many of you are stuck at home with children who are climbing the walls and have a whole load of pent up energy. So hopefully this is something that you can all do together. I'm kind of loosely calling it my zoo workout. It's kind of the exercises are animal themed. Some of them are not quite zoo animals, but you'll get the drift. So let me explain what it is that we're going to do. It's in a few parts. The first one is going to be the warm-up. So I want you to spend about 3 to 5 minutes with some cardio exercises to get your heart rate going, to start warming up your muscles. And then once we've done that, we'll move on to the strength and flexibility aspect of the workout. And I have 8 exercises for you and a couple of options of how you can do them. You can either do them as a Tabata style, so that will be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and there will be 8 rounds. And at the end of the 8 rounds, you will have a break. I would suggest that you group the exercises into 2, because otherwise there's too much moving around in that short space of time. And so you would do 4 Tabata sets, each with 2 alternating exercises. The other alternative is you can do them for, say, 45 seconds with a 15-second break in between, and you do 1 through 8. And then you repeat it as many times as you want. I would suggest that you do the rounds in even numbers, because there's one exercise in particular where you will be doing it on one leg. So we want to make sure that we even it up. So I will recap that at the end. But for now, I'm just going to give you some ideas to warm up. Like I said, I'm not going to do this in real time, so I'm just going to tell you, give you some ideas of what you should do, and then I will take you through the 8 exercises. Then at the end of the 8 exercises, I'll show you a couple of finishing core exercises, and then we will do a little bit of a stretch, okay? Again, with an animal theme. So, good luck. Let's start moving, okay? I'm just going to move my computer a little bit so hopefully you can see. Now, the only equipment you're going to need is a towel, okay? I do have a mat on the floor. If you have hard floors, a towel is going to work. So if you have wood or if you have tile, a hard floor is a good surface for these exercises. But if you might want to make it a little bit more comfortable, so if you do have a mat, that would be great. If not, maybe a rug or a bigger towel. This towel is actually going to come in handy for one of the exercises at the end. Okay, so to start with, we're just going to do some gentle cardio exercises. So start by marching on the spot. And if you want to bring up the intensity a little bit, you would just raise your arms. Start pumping your arms. You can take them up. Okay. So do that for 30, 45 seconds, and then take up the intensity a little bit with some high knees. So bring your knees up as high as you can. And again, you can start bringing the intensity up by raising and pumping your arms. Then let's do some hamstring curls. You can't see me, but I am. You move back so maybe you can see a little bit closer. Actually, no, you can't. So I'm going to move my computer screen. Hold on one second. This is all new. So I'm just raising my leg up at the back. I'm trying to kick my butt. Okay. And you can take the intensity up and do some back kickers. Okay. Then we can do some squats, just basic simple squats. And then you can take them to jumping squats. And then we have some star jumps. Jumping jacks. I keep saying star jumps. I can never remember which way around it is. Okay, so alternate those exercises. Get yourself about 3 to 5 minute warm up. So you feel, I can already hear my breathing has changed and we're ready to start the strength aspect of the workout. So again, let me move this down. And here we go. So hopefully you can see my mat. I'll bring it down so you can see a little bit closer. Okay, so the first exercise we have is we're going to have bunny hops. Okay, so it's essentially a jumping squat, if you like. Now, with a squat, feet at least shoulder width apart. If they're wider, make sure that your toes are pointed out slightly. Knees should always follow toes, okay? So we're going to come down into a squat. nice and low if you can, keeping your upper body nice and tall. And then we're going to hop like that. If you don't want to hop, just do the squat. Okay? Try and get as low as you can. Big squeeze in the glutes when you come up. That's the first exercise. The second exercise, we've got a little bit of balance here. This is a flamingo. So a little bit like a tree pose in yoga. So you're going to bring this knee up, put the weight all in your standing leg. Okay? Weight in the heel. Bring your knee up. Take your leg back and down to touch the floor and back up. Like I said, this is a one-legged exercise. So the next round, you would switch and do the other leg. Okay? Make sure you keep it nice and even. So that's the first two exercises. Now we're going to go down onto the floor. Now you can see I have a mat on the floor. Like I said, if you don't have a mat, a towel will do, or if you're on carpet or rug, something like that. Just make yourself nice and comfortable. This is a sea turtle. Now hopefully you can see. I'm going to take it down a little bit further. Okay, so down on the ground. Start by getting your hands directly under your shoulders. And then come up, take your arms round, and then back down. So up, round, and down. You should feel that all in your back. The next exercise is a spider plank. Getting into the creepy crawlies now. A spider plank, you can modify this and add a push-up as well if you want to work more of your upper body. So we're going to come into a plank position. Now the crucial thing about planks is you need to keep the proper alignment, okay? Now the proper alignment, I'm going to stand back here so you can see me all the way back here, is as you would stand normally. So your head and your shoulders, everything is all in alignment. You need to replicate that in your plank. So when you're walking out and you have good posture, you don't walk with your butt out and you don't walk out like this either with a big round in the back. So make sure everything keeps in nice alignment, okay? This is going to work your obliques and it's also going to work your upper body. So we start in a high plank and we bring our knee to our elbow. Twice each side. If you want to add the push-up, you add it here. Okay? You can do that. You can do the push-up on your knees if you want. You can also modify it and do it on a work surface. Do it here. Remember, keeping a nice tight line. Okay. So now we have a little bit more in terms of cardio, just to keep our heart rate up. So we're going to do some starfish jumps, which are like air jumping jacks. Okay. Again, as many as you can do in the time period. Move that back. Then we're going to have, actually I shouldn't have moved that back because we're going to go back down on the floor now. We're going to do some donkey kicks. Okay, so onto all fours, hands directly under your shoulders, and you take one leg and you kick it up and back as hard as you can. Big squeeze in your glutes. And then the next round, you'll do the other leg. Okay? And so now, our final two exercises are on the floor. The first one is a crab toe tap. So hopefully you can see me here. I've got my hands behind me. I'm going to sit up in a crab position and I'm going to take opposite hand to opposite toe. Okay? Like this. There's your crab toe tap. And then the final exercise is my alligator drag. This is where the towel comes in. So if you have carpeted floor, this isn't going to work, but this is like a modified slider, okay? So if you have carpets, maybe something like a magazine, something that has a bit of gloss to it, that you can drag. If not, find somewhere with a hard surface and then use the towel. So we're going to go back into our high plank position. Both feet on the towel. We're going to walk our hands forwards, dragging our feet behind us. And then back. Try and make sure that you keep that plank form. And you can finish with a nice knee tuck. And stand back up. There's your towel. There's your alligator drag. Okay, so now, once we've done that, you would do those exercises in rotation as many times as you want to, keeping it nice and even. We're going to finish up with some floor exercises to work the core. Just a couple. Again, you can do this in the same format, Tabata format. It's just 2. Or else you can do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Whatever format works for you. Okay, so the first one is a butterfly crunch. So bring your feet together. Hopefully you can see that on the back a little bit. Bring your feet together. Come down on the floor. Hands behind your ears and crunch up as high as you can go. And the final exercise is bird dog. So, for a bird dog, back into tabletop position on the floor, hands directly under shoulders. You're going to take the opposite arm and opposite leg out and stabilize. And then take it back. Hold it just for a second or 2. If you want to make that more challenging, you can take your knees off the ground in a bear claw position and try and do the same thing. There you have it. There's your exercises. Now we're going to stretch, okay? So staying with the animal theme. Have a little look. Staying with the animal theme, we are going to do an elephant stretch. So you're going to pretend your arms are the trunk of the elephant. You're going to lean forward. You're going to sway from side to side. Feel that nice stretch all the way down the back of your legs. Oh, that feels good. Then we're going to come up into a giraffe stretch, where we make ourselves nice and tall. Nice long spine, nice long leg. Hands straight up, reach all the way up to the top and hold it. See how high you can go. Ah, that feels good. And then finally, our last 2 stretching exercises. Slightly loose connection to the zoo on this one. I'm going to call it big cat, cow. I've never seen a cow at the zoo, but you know what I mean. So we're going to do cat, cow on all 4s. Scoop your belly up and crouch round, and then reverse up. Look up as high as you can to the ceiling. And then round, down, and finally, cobra. So lie down with your hands directly under your shoulders, toes pinned into the ground, and reach all the way up to that nice stretch in your back. And come back down again. And do that a few times. And rest. And that is your zoo workout. I hope you have fun. Please stay well, please stay healthy. Keep calm and carry on. I'm off to have a cup of tea. Thanks for watching.